The game of money. Those who understand the rules win. Why is it that with the same currency, some people make it multiply, while others remain trapped in cycles of debt? They live in the same city, work in the same industry, and even attended the same university. Yet 10 years later, one drives luxury cars, lives in a villa, and has investment assets creating steady cash flow every month. The other struggles under consumer debt, works tirelessly from dawn till dusk, yet can barely make ends meet. Why do two people holding the same money end up with such different destinies? The answer lies in the fundamental rules of the game. One knows how to use money as a tool, while the other is controlled by it, like a pawn. The financial world is not chaos. It has clear rules. But most of us were never taught, never warned, and never had the chance to understand these rules. It's like stepping onto a chessboard without knowing how each piece moves. You'll be constantly checked, lose assets, and be dragged into games where others always win, and you always pay the price. The most dangerous part is that you don't even know you're being played. You think you're smart, you believe you're working hard, and you might even be earning good money, yet you remain poor because you don't understand the rules of the game. Welcome to the Merchant's Art channel, where we don't just talk about money, but decode the strategic mindset of earning money. In today's journey, we will unpack the hidden rules of the financial world, the principles that determine who is the winner and who is the prey. And you will understand why only when you grasp the rules can you begin to change your life. If you are ready, let's start with a story. Is the chess player who doesn't know the rules to be blamed or pitied? Consider a young man playing chess for the first time. He confidently moves the queen like a pawn, pushes the knight like a rook, and is checkmated in under 5 minutes. He tries again, learning tricks online, but still loses after 10 minutes. He tries a third time, believing flexibility is the key, but the opponent beats him with basic moves and checkmates him once more. He starts to get angry. I'm clearly smart, so why do I keep losing? An old man nearby smiles and says, You are smart, but without understanding the rules, your intelligence is useless. In the money game, millions are like that young man. They enter life with blind confidence. They think that just working, saving, and buying a house will be enough. They believe a university degree and a stable job will make them rich. They are lulled by safe advice from people who have never achieved financial freedom. Then, at 30, they struggle with credit card debt. At 40, their income stagnates. At 50, they worry about their old age and insufficient retirement funds. At 60, they realize they have played their whole life and never won a single match. All because of one thing. They did not understand the rules of the game. We will now reveal the 5 true laws of money, the principles the rich secretly follow, and the poor ignore. This is not about get-rich-quick schemes. It is the root mindset that determines what game you are playing and whether you can win. We will start with law number 1, the law of cash flow. The ultimate status is when money makes money for you. Imagine holding a goose that lays golden eggs. If you kill it to eat the meat, you are full for a day. If you keep it, nurture it, and let it lay, you can be prosperous for life. Money is like that goose. The poor use all their money on consumption and kill the goose. The rich use money to create cash flow and live off the golden eggs. What is cash flow? It's not money you earn once, or massive revenue for 1 month. It's a steady, recurring stream of money that flows in continually, without you having to directly exchange your time for it. It can come from rental income, stock dividends, profits from automatically run businesses, interest from lending, royalties from digital products. That is when money starts breeding money, and you begin to withdraw from the spending competition. Earn, spend, earn, spend. But why do most people lack cash flow? Because they focus only on income and never think about cash flow. They think, as long as I earn a lot, I'll be fine. They don't realize what matters is not how much you earn, but how much you keep and how much of that is working for you. Many people earn $4,000 a month but are still in the negative at the end of the month because their lifestyle inflates with their income. Meanwhile, someone else earns only $800 a month but dedicates 30% to reinvestment. 5 years later, they have more sustainable passive cash flow than the other person's 10 years of work. 3 common mistakes that kill your cash flow. 1. Spend first, think later. Seeing money, spending it, and then figuring out how to save the rest. 2. Confusing assets and liabilities. Buying things that look like assets, cars, luxury items, but actually drain cash flow every month. 3. Investing without strategy, not investing, or investing based on trends, without a long-term cash flow strategy, just chasing fleeting waves. The person who understands the law of cash flow will ask, what cash flow streams can I build with the skills I have? Are my expenses today making me poorer in the future? If I stop working for 6 months, will money still flow in? Remember, the poor spend money, the middle class save money, the rich circulate money to make it breed. The ultra-rich let the system breed money, while they only need to provide the strategy. When you understand the law of cash flow, you step out of the exhausting treadmill. You don't just work for money, you design a system for money to work for you. And that's just the beginning. Because understanding cash flow tells you where your income comes from, but understanding assets and liabilities tells you what to keep and what to discard. Law number 2. The law of assets and liabilities. Misjudging one item can cost you your whole life. There is a classic saying in finance: the rich buy assets, the poor buy liabilities that they think are assets. This is not a joke. It is the bitter truth for millions living in the trap of disguised liabilities, where every dollar you spend, which you think is improving your life, is actually making you poorer every day. What are assets? What are liabilities? Robert Kiyosaki gave an extremely simple definition. An asset is something that puts money into your pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. The rule-abiding player knows the difference between what helps them get rich and what only makes them look rich. They don't chase the crowd's liabilities, but focus on accumulating core assets, daring to delay short-term satisfaction for long-term freedom. You can buy liabilities anytime when your assets allow it. But if you have to take on installment loans and struggle with interest rates to own liabilities, you are going against the winner's rules. So, after you understand cash flow and know how to accumulate assets, what is the next step? It's leveraging systems and tools to multiply assets faster, more effectively, and with less risk. Let's move to law number 3, the law of system and leverage. This is one of the greatest secrets that separates those who work hard but remain poor from those who do almost nothing but see money pour in. Law number 3. The law of system and leverage. The rich don't do everything. They build systems to do everything for them. Imagine 2 people selling a cup of coffee. The first opens a small cart, wakes up at 4 a.m., brews, cleans up, and sells in the sun for 12 hours. Profit, 40 cents per cup. Selling 100 cups a day, he earns $40 profit. The second sells no cups. He builds a franchise chain system. Someone handles ingredients, someone handles operations, someone handles sales, and someone handles the cashier. He is absent every day, but from every cup of coffee sold, he receives 20 cents from 1,000 different locations. Total daily income, $200, with free time to strategize market expansion. That is the difference between manual labor and using system and leverage. The poor often do everything themselves. They fear spending money to hire people. They think no one can do it better than themselves. They use their physical labor as the income tool, inadvertently capping their earnings by their own time plus personal energy. The rich, however, always seek to use leverage. There are 4 types of leverage the rich use. 1. People leverage. Hiring the right people, training them well, and delegating effectively. The skilled build teams, not walls with their own hands. 2. Capital leverage, using other people's money, bank loans or fundraising, to expand faster than they could by saving a loan. 3. Technology leverage, CRM systems, chatbots, automated marketing automation helps you sell 24/7 without needing to be present. 4. System leverage, building processes, organizational structure, and replicable models so everything runs smoothly even in your absence. It's not that the rich don't work, they choose to work once and benefit forever. It's not about you working hard, but about choosing the right system to work for you. If you still think you need to work a lot to be rich, that no one can help you, that you have to do it yourself, and that hiring people is a waste of money, then unfortunately, you are playing the wrong rules. The rule-abiding player will ask, how many tasks am I currently burdening myself with that could be delegated? Can I turn my current job into a replicable system? Which leverages am I optimizing, and which am I wasting? You will never be rich if your income is solely dependent on your individual effort. That's why a skilled salesperson can live comfortably, but the one who builds the sales team, distribution channel, strategy, and system becomes truly and sustainably rich. When you understand the law of system and leverage, you stop playing the one-for-one exchange game. You don't need 24 hours a day to earn money. You need one quality hour to create a mechanism that helps you earn money even while you sleep. But even with a good system, steady cash flow, and the right assets, you can still lose money if you are defeated by time. Because not only money has rules, time does too. We continue with law number 4, the law of time and income, a subtle aspect that determines the entire pace of a person's ascent or descent into poverty. Law number 4, the law of time and income. The rich don't sell time, they buy time back to do more valuable things. There is an everyday paradox. The poorer people are, the more they use time to save money. The richer they are, the more they use money to save time. You see them ordering food delivery and think they are lazy? You see them hiring cleaners and think they are wasteful? You see them investing in assistants, software, and services, and you think you must do everything yourself to be secure. You are mistaken. They are playing by the rules of those who understand the value of time. Why is time more important than money? Money can be earned back. Time cannot. The rich understand that every hour is a unit of value. If I use that hour for a task worth $2, I am only worth $2. But if I use that hour to devise a plan to earn $200, $2,000, or for long-term investing, I am multiplying my own value. There are 4 levels of income by time. 1. Hourly income. You work 1 hour and receive $X. No work equals no money. E.g., manual labor, freelancers, seasonal work. 2. Product income. You work once to sell a product repeatedly. E.g., making a video, writing a book, sales. 3. System income. You set up an automated cash flow system once. E.g., a business, a distribution network. 4. Asset income. You own assets that automatically generate money, e.g., dividend stocks, rental properties, franchised brands. The poor are stuck on level 1, the middle class dream of level 2. The rich build level 3. The ultra-rich live on level 4. I ask you, if you stop working for 1 month, will your income stop? If the answer is yes, you are selling time for money, not truly playing by the rules. The common time traps the poor fall into: working tirelessly 10 to 12 hours a day without time for self-development, not daring to hire people for fear of losing money, so they do everything themselves, always choosing easy, familiar, low-risk work that doesn't increase their personal value over time. The rule-abiding player will assess whether each hour of work is creating short-term income or building long-term assets. Automate everything possible: finance, work, habits. Focus on work that creates replicable value, not just exchanging time for money. Dare to buy other people's time to save time for what only you can do. The ordinary person uses time to earn money. The intelligent person uses money to buy back time. The wise person uses both to build assets that are independent of time. It's not wrong to work a lot. It's not wrong to be diligent. But if you continually exchange time for money, you are playing a game that you will gradually lose as you age. And finally, all these rules, cash flow, assets, system, time, can still be ruined if you don't control your emotions in the face of the market and the crowd. Because this game is not just finance, it is a psychological game. Now is the time to enter law number 5, the law of crowd psychology. This is where most losers think they are doing the right thing until they lose everything and still don't understand why. Law number 5, the law of crowd psychology. In the financial world, those who lose the most money are not those who lack knowledge, but those who lack emotional control. Recall when Bitcoin soared past $60,000. The whole world rushed to buy the coin. Everyone thought they were about to become millionaires. Investment groups sprang up like mushrooms. Ordinary people suddenly became financial experts overnight. But then Bitcoin crashed to $30,000. Millions of people's money evaporated in weeks. Along with it went faith, hope, and the painful truth. I wasn't investing. I was just following the crowd with a heart full of fear and greed. Emotions drive the market, and emotions drive you. Greed makes you buy the peak. Fear makes you sell the bottom. Arrogance makes you refuse to cut losses. Insecurity prevents you from holding on to success. The financial market doesn't require vast knowledge to enter, but to survive and win long-term, you need psychological discipline as solid as rock. 3 psychological states that make you lose the most money. 1. Fear of missing out. FOMO. Others are getting rich too fast. I must join now before it's too late. No plan, no analysis, just the emotional fear of being slow. 2. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. Bad news appears. You hastily sell off, seeing the market drop. You panic, cut losses, and run. And when the market recovers, all that's left is regret. 3. Illusion of strength. A few big wins make you think you are a financial genius. You all in. You margin. You ignore all advice. Then you lose everything. Not because you are stupid, but because you were too confident you couldn't be wrong. The person who understands the law of psychology will always have a strategy before acting. Never act when overly happy or overly fearful. Not make decisions based on the crowd. The wise go against the grain when the crowd is in a frenzy. They focus on the system, not emotion. The system helps you survive. Emotion leads to bankruptcy. They know when to sit still when necessary. The market doesn't pay those who act often, but those who act at the right time. There's a famous quote by Warren Buffett: "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." You may have money, you may have knowledge, you may have a system, but if you lack emotional discipline, you will lose everything due to one wrong click at the wrong time. The winner is not the most talented, but the one who controls himself best. By understanding this rule, you will no longer fluctuate with the market. You will stop looking at others getting rich and hastily jumping into a gain you don't understand. You will know when to stand aside, when to be patient, when to act, and protect your assets like a true financial warrior. And when you have understood all 5 laws of money, law number 1, cash flow, law number 2, assets and liabilities, law number 3, system and leverage, law number 4, time and income, law number 5, crowd psychology, you have a solid foundation to play the financial game with sobriety, intelligence, and strategy.